Despite the successes of campaigns to combat drink driving, there are still people who think nothing of getting behind the wheel after they've had a few. The consequences of their choice can be absolutely devastating, destroying lives. For traffic cops in Yorkshire, it's a crime that they are fighting night and day. Across the UK, crimes related to alcohol and drugs take up a huge proportion of police time, and Yorkshire is no exception. It's just after midnight in Leeds, and traffic cops Dan Robson and Rob Owens are 3 hours into their night shift.
It is too cold and wet out there.
I am damp.
You need to get to the doctors about that, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's failing to stop. Can I request a feedback units, please? I'm South Accommodation Road towards M621.
Oh,
A Volkswagen Bora has failed to stop for a police dog unit.
Can I ram me, I think, to stand by?
I think it was last seen South Accommodation towards the M62.
X-ray Romeo 61, where are you now? We're just going down Easy Road.
It's gone wrong way, South Accommodation Road back towards the traffic light.
We travelled towards where we thought it was going to come to. Lo and behold, the car comes towards us.
Here it is.
Going up the wrong side of the carriage rail.
We've got it now. 6-1, it's going on to Easy Road, double crew to T-back train in a suitable vehicle, if we can have authority. We're left onto Easy Road. When the pursuit starts, I won't lie, there's a feeling of nervousness. Speed is 50 miles per hour, road is damp, it is drizzling, traffic's light, it's safe to continue. You get a bit of an adrenaline dump, obviously, you know, someone's doing something that they shouldn't be doing. Now stand by. Everything's ordinary. And then all of a sudden, there's 1,001 things to do, and you've got to be on it. 6-1, we're now on Ivy Street, then it's right on to...
The car is being driven at reckless speeds through the narrow streets of a council estate.
General direction of Osmond Thorpe Lane, back way out that way. We're through lights, through red lights, underneath the railway track. Still safe to continue. And we're wrong way round roundabout onto Cartmel Drive, heading away from Selby Road. 6-1, is it dog unit that's behind us?
Other units are converging on this potentially lethal pursuit.
We might end up having a decamp.
We actually do start to think to yourself, why has this person driven off from us?
Towards the flats. And we're dead end now, we're going to get...
Oh, no, we're not dead end, no, we're not dead end.
Stand by.
Most people do not compound a very small traffic offence by making off from the police and driving dangerously.
6-1, we are now towards the top of the estate. And he's giving up.
Stay there! Stay there! Do not move!
Vehicles stopped, no damage to police vehicles.
Give me your hands! Stay there! Do not fight, there's a dog there!
He's actually pulled up outside his mum's house. I think the last time that I ran home to my mum was when I was about 7 or 8 years old.
Give me your hands!
For some reason, the driver's jumped into the back seat of the car, maybe in a strange attempt to avoid the fact that he was driving. I failed to realise we were actually parked alongside him at the time and saw him do it.
Stop fighting.
I am fighting, mate.
Stop resisting me.
I am. You doing that, please. Stop, man.
The cops now need to know what this driver has to hide.
You got anything on you shouldn't have?
What, no, mate?
Could be he's disqualified, he's drunk, he's actually wanted by the police for some serious offences maybe.
Coming up, the cops have their hands full with a volatile drunk driver.
I'm not a bad man, I'm not a bad person.
And the suspected drug dealer kicks off.
Well, I'm going to be here for 24 hours.
It's 6:15 in the morning in Harrogate, and traffic cop Paul Cording is nearing the end of his night shift, often a prime time for drink and drug drivers. Each year in the UK, there are nearly 6,000 drink-drive accidents, mainly involving life-changing injuries and fatalities. Fighting this epidemic is a top priority for the traffic cops.
It's our bread and butter to take drink drivers off the road, and if it just saves just one life, then I feel I've done a good job. It's really that simple. It's been a fairly steady night. Your thought process is looking towards your bed. We just had reports of a road traffic collision. That there's a suggestion that the driver involved might be in drink.
Paul's colleague, David Minto, is driving the car in front.
Stopping people, getting people locked up, drink drivers, drug drivers, is one of the best jobs in the force.
But this is the road the reports come in at. Just leave us alone. Who's the driver?
My fault.
Who's the driver?
I am.
The driver of a Renault has ploughed into a parked car and a wall. David takes a witness to one side.
I am.
All right,
Here,
come on,
mate.
Just come and have a word
No,
with me.
no.
Are you the driver?
I am.
Right.
That car.
Okay, right.
He's done nothing.
All right. Well, just stay with me then.
Right. I have been drink driving.
Yeah, we know.
I know you have.
Calm yourself down.
No.
I don't want to hurt your arm.
Let me relax then.
With a plaster cast on the man's arm, the cops can't use handcuffs to restrain him.
This week.
That could have done somebody some serious injury, so I was really conscious about grabbing hold of his right arm. Rest is for the prompt and effective. Yeah, I've got you here.
My hand. I'm going to be honest with you. Let me sit down.
Yeah, we're going to sit you in this car.
No, let me sit down.
Listen, my name's
sorry.
Paul. What's your name, buddy? Just put your arm down, because obviously that's going to do some damage. And calm yourself down.
I'm not a bad person.
I'm not saying you are, but you're under arrest at the moment, right? You understand that? And we're going to look after you. Yeah, can we have the van on? Hurry up. Right, there's no point spitting.
What do you want me to do? Right,
Go on the floor. Get on the floor. Get on the floor. He's really unpredictable. He's quite a tall male. He's up and down.
I'm not a bad man.
Just keep him in the ground pin
Park
position.
keys in the car, take my car, burn it. Burn the car. I'm not a bad person. Why does everyone forget? Don't hurt my arm, please.
Well, stop resisting then.
I can't then.
Right, put your legs straight.
Put
Put your legs straight.
I'm sorry.
Right, turn on your
sorry.
front.
I'm sorry.
Turn on your front then.
No.
Stop
I don't know who. Take it.
Okay,
Oh!
that's fine then.
I
Right.
never put forward backwards.
Stop resisting, okay? Nobody's got your foot on your back. I am on the side.
I'm not a bad person.
I'm not saying you are.
Well, guess what?
Go on.
I'm a better driver than you.
Obviously not this morning.
So stop.
The man's behaviour is so volatile that the cops need a van to transport him safely to the police station for a breath test.
All right, let's get you up, mate. We'll get you up and we'll get you in the van, all right?
No.
Yeah.
No. Please,
Stand yourself up.
Please.
Go on your knees. Right. Right. We're going to put you in this van. Stop resisting.
No, both of you. And I broke my hand.
Yeah, no, it will hurt. So stop Right, stop resisting.
How can I when it's fucking?
He might not be a bad man, but you simply can't get behind the wheel of a car when you've got alcohol on board, because you're putting not only yourself at risk and danger, you're putting other members of the public at risk.
I'm not a bad person.
Right. Not a lot of sympathy for drink drivers, I'm afraid. Why is it always you have a really, really dead night when absolutely nothing happens, and then half an hour before your shift finishes, all hell breaks loose?
20 miles south in Leeds, West Yorkshire traffic cops Dan Robson and Rob Owens chased a VW Bora. After 6 frantic minutes, the driver finally stopped. He then hopped into the back seat, right in front of the cops, perhaps hoping to throw them off the scent.
Stop fighting.
I am fighting, mate.
Stop resisting me.
I am. You doing that, please. Stop, mate.
The cops are baffled by the driver's behaviour.
Have you got anything on you shouldn't have?
What, no, mate?
It's becoming more and more prevalent these days where people don't stop for the police because they've got some form of drug on them. What's all that about then?
What, we just got to take her, we're just going home. I've just got to get out.
Right. Do you want it to go cold? You take away.
No, and then I've cut for him to spit on me, so like a silicone, because I've got 8 points over there, I've got left for
Oh, so you got.
Have you got no insurance or something?
Well, no, I've just got it right.
Yeah, so you got no docs.
A while ago, I've come up here and got a takeaway, got my dog.
So you've chipped for having no licence and no insurance and driven like that? He said that the only reason he'd failed to stop was because he didn't have licence or insurance, which frankly is stupid. And you just think, nah, you're telling me porky's here. I don't know if there's something else to it, but yeah, it's that, mate.
We'll find out when we get out to the police station what real score is. There's mostly some mixed eye. No one drives like what he's done for just no docs.
The driver's girlfriend admits she's carrying cannabis. Is this why he's driven so dangerously?
Is there any chance of me getting me tobacco off her before I go?
You can't smoke at the police station anyway, pal.
And can I leave her some money?
What for?
What, to get home?
Well, she's going to get locked up as well.
She's getting locked up as well.
Yeah. Not only have they got locked up for the night, but I think they were more bothered about the fact that they'd spent £10 on a kebab each. £10 on a kebab. And they hadn't got to eat it, so I'm sorry about that.
The cops take the couple back to Elland Road Station.
You what?
You whip them off?
No, we don't whip them off until we get up to Buckingham thing.
So you've got them on all the time?
Yeah, you have, yeah. Just relax.
It turns out the drugs aren't the only reason for the driver's frantic attempts to get away.
Lay down, you're all right, you can sit up.
Checks on the police national computer reveal that he's wanted for other crimes.
How old are you?
20 miles away in Harrogate, Paul Cording and David Minto have detained a drink driver.
That's my life's gone.
Right, you're under arrest.
I
on
know you.
suspicion of-
After a struggle, the cops have got the driver back to the station. But now they need him to provide 2 breath tests for evidence.
He's literally up and down all the time, still very unpredictable, but by the sounds of it, they haven't managed to get 1 breath. Obviously, we need 2 for evidential.
An hour after he was arrested, the driver has blown more than twice the legal limit for alcohol.
You just need to check if you've got anything else in your pocket.
I don't think of that.
No, I know you didn't, but we just need to check.
Where's the Clio?
The Clio's gone to the garage.
Do me a favour and burn it.
Can you do us a favour? Can you take this hoodie
No,
off?
no, no, you have to burn it, Rick.
He's got an Audi, so he wants to drive his Audi.
No, no, burn that as well.
You don't want to burn your Audi.
Take the hoodie off, Robert, now. Come on.
Just take your hoodie off and we'll give you another one. That's it, good lad.
You've got some on the link there, okay?
Yeah. Alright, well done.
Number 9, guys.
Right, come on then, let's get you sorted. And then we'll get you a cup of coffee with 2 sugars. You'll have to leave them there, that's it. Good. Come on.
Come on. Go round there. Come on.
Right, hang on, mate. Hang on. Which step?
Just walk down to the left.
You were quite a bit on, I'm going to be honest with you. Yeah. 35's the legal limit, and you were just about double that. Okay then, mate. I promise you.
The drunk driver has a night in the cells to sober up. It's 3:15 in the afternoon. Police intelligence suggests a man and his girlfriend suspected of drug dealing are on the move near Harrogate.
7722, I'm just going to set up as Burnsbridge Road.
David Minto gets the call to intercept.
Yeah, you've got authority for preemptive tactics.
Both occupants of the vehicle are known to us for drug use, for drug supply.
With a firearms unit in support, the cops have no trouble stopping the couple's car.
Stop the vehicle.
They'd pulled into a farm entrance. There was a cannabis type smell in the vehicle. So this very early decision was made that we wanted to get them back to the police station to conduct a very thorough search.
Now it's up to David and the team to find evidence of drugs crimes.
This is the swab, alright, it's in a sealed packet, so new swab for anyone.
You did let me smoke something after you pulled me when I wasn't driving.
I didn't let you smoke
Somebody
it.
let me smoke something, didn't they? Have you rung that back for a specimen to see? Because that could have had something in it.
Could it?
Well, it could have done, I'm just saying.
I'll take the cuffs off, alright, because...
I'm not going to run on that camera.
We haven't carried out a full search yet, and just keep your hands where we can see him at all times during this time.
Well, yeah.
He was very calm. I would suggest that he's been in custody once or twice before. Knows the system.
All I need you to do now is the foam bit, run it around inside your mouth, right at the back pockets of your mouth and under your tongue, okay? And I need you to do it for at least 30 seconds.
The swab's then placed within the machine and it tests for both cannabis and cocaine.
Let me have a look. Yep, that's good enough for me.
Meanwhile, the man's girlfriend is being processed through custody.
So boring.
You might be here for a bit.
So I'm going to be here for how long?
I can't give you a time on it.
Hours and hours.
There's a possibility it will be hours and hours, yes.
Well, oh no, I'm so pissed off.
We need to ask you some questions.
Questions about what?
Just print out a receipt of the results, yeah. I'll explain to you what them all mean. Do you want to just stand up for a moment? All right, so we've tested for the 2 drugs, okay? First one is cocaine, the next one cannabis, okay?
Yeah.
Both have come back that there's traces in your system. So for that reason at the moment, at 3:58, I am arresting you, okay?
I was just keen to get a specimen from him as soon as possible. And that gives us evidence at a very early stage as to whether that person has drugs in the system. It is not evidential, but it does give us the power to arrest them.
The driver will now also have to provide a blood sample.
Is this where you tell us with all those tattoos you're scared of needles?
I don't like them into my brains, but I'll have to do it. Well, I was going to say that, but I'm not going to bother.
I thought I'll beat you to it.
Put my hands in
Keep
the
your hands
pocket.
out, we'll get the search done first.
Yeah.
Calm yourself down.
I just want to go home.
Yeah, the thing isn't that you dealt with, is it? 'Cause we need to get through the booking in, and then we need to interview you. So get
Well,
yourself
hurry up
out.
and interview me
So-
then.
Why are you acting like this?
Because I'm so pissed off, I just want to go
I
home.
understand that.
Listen
Listen to me. Right, listen to me. Right, the more you keep shouting and carry on, you just holding up the process. So stand up. Stand up.
I could hear her from the other side of the custody block. She clearly had an anger management problem.
Right, answer the question.
The cops need to calm things down and look for evidence of any offences. Coming up,
What the hell are you doing?
a desperate driver is caught short.
Well, you're not Peanut Street, are you? Oh.
And carnage on the carriageway.
It is a mega impact. That's his engine in the middle of the road.
Was it caused by drug driving?
I've got it, mate. Full of cannabis, is that?
Late afternoon in Harrogate. Paul Cording and David Minto have arrested a man and his girlfriend suspected of drugs offences.
I'm not being funny, but you're not taking blood out of me.
I don't think I would want to even try.
No, just quite fine.
We have people who are...
I'm joking, I know you're going to think that.
That's everything at this stage, yeah.
Yeah, for mental torture and to be given 50 lashes in that cell.
In the meantime, the search of the vehicle has brought up quite a lot of cash. It's in the region of £2,000.
The cash is potentially evidence of another crime.
Just listen to me, and also the sergeant will note this, okay? At 4:05, you're under further arrest on suspicion of money laundering, okay? And the caution that I give you earlier still applies. Do you understand that, yeah?
Yeah. I don't understand why you're being like that.
We need to prove where this cash has come from. As I understand, they're both unemployed, and I would suggest that £2,000 split between 2 people and in the vehicle itself is an enormous amount of money for 2 people that are unemployed.
The initial drugs test on the driver was positive, but for evidence that will stand up in court, a blood sample will be needed. Other officers are searching the couple's house.
You do these all day?
Not all day. They're both sealed.
Right. You are entitled to have one of these. Which one do you want?
The one that you haven't swapped?
You can take either one.
You swapped them, but that one.
That one, yeah.
You've just turned them around again.
So that's yours, and I'll book that into your property, okay?
Yeah.
What I would suggest is you stick it in the fridge as soon as you get home, all right?
I think he was trying to maintain this air of innocence. He played the victim for the majority of the time, but our information suggests he's no victim.
The search team has come up trumps.
They've just found what is described as a fist size of what I think is cocaine. and about a golf ball size of crack as well. So
superb.
Happy days, good result.
Excellent.
Yeah, so happy.
That's just what we wanted, isn't it? Really,
Yep,
it's
certainly got some questions to answer.
Yeah, yeah.
Good job.
They'll be gutted when that gets brought out in an interview. They'll be devastated.
20 miles south in Leeds, it's 1:45 in the morning, and Dan Robson and Paul Morris have been on shift for 4 hours.
Fast Dan as we call it.
Fast Dan. Just because you get your Zimmer frame out before you go start chasing cars.
Slow and steady.
A car that's slightly in front of us did a quick turn. It's an area where there's plenty of burglaries, there's lots of vehicle crime, and it's just our instinct to just have a quick look and see what's happening.
It's our lights. Stop it.
It just needs a wee.
Yeah.
We pull up next to the car.
Whoa. What the hell are you doing? He's going.
He's off, isn't he?
The driver looked at us, realised that we're the police, and tried to drive off straight away.
Where are you going?
We had a bit of a, is he making off from us or is he not? Because he didn't make off at speed, he just drove away.
He's stopping now.
What's he doing?
He knows. All happened in space of sort of 30 or 40 yards. So it's, you know, the world's shortest pursuit.
Hello there, it's police. You all right?
Right.
Why did you nearly crash into us? You didn't? Jump out. We'll have a seat 2 minutes, sir.
Immediately, he started complaining that he needed to go to the toilet. And he tried to urinate at the back of the parked car.
Well, you're not peeing in the street, are you? Oh, you're not peeing in the street, are you?
At first, I honestly thought he was just trying to run off. So I'm thinking, you know, you're not going to get very far.
I think you need to speak to us, don't you?
Moz, you had a drink?
I reckon so.
Have you had a drink? Yeah? We'll just do a quick breath test then. Do you smoke?
Yeah.
Right, how long ago was your last cigarette?
Last cigarette?
Yeah. It's not a difficult question, is it? How long ago did you last have a cig?
About half an hour to an hour ago.
Cool. Right. I'll keep hold of this. Just take a deep breath and blow into it until I say stop. Blow, keep going, blow. You're not blowing. You need to do one long continuous breath until I say stop, all right? So take a deep breath and blow into it until I say stop. Blow, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Don't stop, don't stop. Right, it's an offence to fail or refuse to do this. I'm going to give you one last chance.
I forgot.
You can blow into it fine, you've just almost completed the test. I'm going to give you one last chance, and if you don't do it, I'm going to arrest you. All right? Do you understand?
Yeah.
He knows that he's had a drink. He's trying to buy himself a little bit of time, thinking, what can I do next?
I tried to breathalyse him, and he wouldn't do it. We were trying to not blow, he was trying to suck on the tube, he was trying to blow round the tube. Anything but actually blow into the machine. You're not blowing?
No.
Blow? You're not blowing? Right.
I am blowing.
No, listen to what he's saying.
I am blowing.
You're not?
I've got a problem with chest.
Right.
And with him.
It's funny because the other 2 times that you were blowing, we could hear you blowing.
I don't. I've got chest problem.
What chest problem have you got?
You can talk, you can blow into it, okay? It's very sensitive, you don't have to blow hard.
I've got a heart problem. And it affects my blowings.
Does it really?
Yeah.
I think, with all due respect to you, you're just trying to play the system.
No,
but listen to me, let me finish. You might be under the limit, all right?
I hear what you're saying.
Right, so just do it, because you might be under. So take a deep breath, take your hand off the machine, right, just take a deep breath and blow. Take a deep breath, blow, harder, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Right, okay. You're under arrest then.
The fact is, if he can talk to me like I'm talking now, which he could, you can blow into one of those machines, and he stalled to the point where we ran out of patience and Dan's arrested him.
Are you disqualified? Is it for drink driving by any chance?
Yeah.
I'm going to pee myself.
We'll get you down to the police station as quick as we can.
Before I get there, I've got a problem. I won't be able to open it.
You're going to have to, mate. We took him to custody and I had to get there quick because I didn't really want him wetting himself in the back of my car because that'll be our car off the road for the rest of the night. We'll get you there as quick as we can.
70 miles away on the North Yorkshire coast, just outside Scarborough, Dan Hughes has been called to a road accident.
Just getting a serious bump coming in at Free Vehicle at Eddiston on the 170. It's half a mile west of the Great.
Is he?
Okay, can you monitor?
Going to report of a serious crash.
It's a high-speed road, there's potential for a serious crash. It's of the utmost importance for me to get there as soon as I can.
I've literally just pulled up ahead of you, so I don't know who's in the cars and who's out of the motor.
Dan needs to rapidly take control of the crash site.
It literally is a scene of carnage.
Hello, you alright? Who have we got out of this one? Just yourself, is it?
You need to attend that scene in a calm manner and bring calm to the scene, you know, reassure everybody.
I'll just get paramedics to come and check you.
One of the drivers involved in the crash has managed to walk away from his car.
I've got one, the driver out of this Focus is just stood leaning against the wall. We've got a lot of blood in it and stuff. I'll just check we've not got anybody trapped in this one. Below? Just these two on the grass verge. Right, no worries, mate.
There's been a head-on collision at high speed between a Ford Focus and a Renault, with devastating consequences.
The two occupants out of the Renault behind us are laid on the grass, so we've got a couple of ambulances here. First priority now is just to make sure the casualties are all okay, and then we'll see if we can establish what's happened.
It is a mega impact. That's his engine in the middle of the road.
The driver of the Focus is walking wounded, but the passenger of the Renault has potentially life-threatening injuries.
Fire special.
Though it's dark and damp, driving conditions aren't terrible, so the cops need to find out what could have caused this monumental collision. A witness comes forward and explains he saw the Focus driver acting suspiciously after the accident.
And he's gone over here somewhere, is he?
You don't often get somebody saying, oh, he's been putting something behind the wall, so I've gone to have a look round.
Okay.
Dan suspects he may have hidden something from the car at the roadside.
Oh, yeah, I've got it, mate.
There's always potential that that could be cash, it could be stolen property, it could be a firearm. You don't know who you're dealing with.
Quite clearly full of cannabis is that. So we'll get that secured in our vehicle. Obviously need to be having a word with the driver of this one.
It puts another slant on the investigation. Is the driver under the influence of cannabis? Is that why he's had a crash?
Back in Leeds, Dan Robson and Paul Morris have arrested a suspected drink driver who's desperate for the loo.
Taxi's still going. Yeah.
Good lad, well done.
Yeah, mate. We're not going to be long. A couple of minutes.
Let's get you in there.
Can you manage? Follow my buddy there. Oh, you go in there. Take this bag off.
Can't have us pee until you've been searched.
I'm bobbing through. Leave it or not.
Just come and have a stand up here, pal.
You just stand at this desk.
Just stand here.
Turn round. Sergeant can speak to you. You're all right, don't worry.
Stop playing a game. He made the booking in process take longer than it needed to, all just to try and get his alcohol level down, I think. Do you agree to provide 2 specimens of breath for analysis? Yes or no?
Pardon?
All the time we were trying to book him in, he's constantly saying that he needed a pee. Well, we're not going to prevent him from having a pee. Come on then. People are aware that alcohol levels go down and it happens over time, so the longer that he can delay that process, the more chance he has of being under the limit.
I think he's suffering from a condition commonly known as I've been caught drink driving-itis. I might be wrong, but classic delaying tactics. Come and have a seat in here, pal. Just grab a seat on that chair.
It's now an hour and a half since the cops stopped the driver.
Mouthpiece. Take a deep breath. Blow. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Just like that, keep going, you're perfect. Keep going, nearly there. Keep going, don't stop, blow harder. Blow harder.
The man blows nearly double the drink-drive limit. But for evidence, the cops need a second specimen of breath.
On the second specimen, he failed to provide. He's previously been banned from driving for drink driving, so I think he knows the score.
Having failed to provide a sample, the driver will be held in a cell and interviewed in the morning.
You're driving a 2-ton car whilst you're not in a position to control it properly. If you crash and kill someone, then, you know, who's going to pick up the pieces? It's disgusting, really. It's just selfish.
Outside Scarborough, Dan Hughes is at the scene of a catastrophic collision, and he may have found a possible cause.
Quite clearly full of cannabis, is that?
If drugs are involved, it's crucial that Dan collects evidence as soon as possible.
That driver's in the back of an ambulance now, potentially off to hospital. We need to get hold of him and find out whether or not he's got cannabis in his system.
What's happened, just briefly? It's a blur, is it?
I don't know whether he'll get a breath test out of him.
Right, okay.
To be honest.
No worries. What about saliva test on his tongue?
That should be all right.
Do one of those. All right.
Dan uses a roadside drugs test.
To now have something that we can just swipe on someone's tongue and get a result there and then is a cracking piece of kit.
Nearly 8,000 people a year are arrested for drug driving.
Look into that.
But not this man.
I can't say I wasn't shocked. I was expecting a positive result.
I think it was clear. It's had way over 8 minutes now, so...
He's been involved in a serious crash and he's tried to hide a load of cannabis. You would assume that he's probably going to be over the limit on the cannabis as well. But I was surprised to see that it was a negative result.
With the driver's drugs test negative, that just leaves the matter of the potential evidence in the container.
It smells like cannabis. It's quite a potent smell. Hidden behind a tree. Next.
And what Dan suspects may have happened.
The Focus that's missing its engine has been travelling towards Scarborough, so it's been coming from where the bus and fire engines are here. The other vehicle is a couple that were on their way to work, I believe, at Malton. At the moment, I can't be sure which car's at fault until we clear some of these vehicles and have a look at what marks are on the road.
Just get it straight across. The point of impact's been right here.
It looks like it's been a fairly heavy impact, so there might be some speed involved. It's a bend, it's cold, whether somebody's been cut in the corner, whether somebody's lost control. Both drivers have been breath tested, which is a negative result. The driver of the Focus has been drug wiped as well, because obviously he had some cannabis in his possession. That's also come back negative, so that rules out alcohol or drug driving.
The priority there is to get the driver away from the scene, get him to hospital. We know who he is, we know where he's from, we've got all the details we need, we've got the cannabis, we've got the car. First and foremost, our job's to preserve life, protect people, make sure anybody's treated for their injuries, and then slower time, the investigation begins.
Coming up.
Can you take these off, please? We'll take them off when I get to the next.
A young man's web of lies catches up with him.
In-flight service, be around in a minute.
Every day of the year, the traffic cops are doing all they can to stop drugs crime. In Scarborough, Dan Hughes and Pete Woods have been on shift for 4 hours.
It's almost getting to the time when you're humming and ahhing about whether we'd go and get some chips for dinner. But suddenly, you see things out the corner of your eye.
A young man on a scooter draws their attention.
Mopeds are inevitably driven by young drivers, and very, very rarely do you see a moped or a low-powered motorcycle with no L plates.
We had no L plate on the front and none on the back.
No.
Straight away, that sort of pricks your senses.
Gone left. First right down Asheville. Could be anything from just a young lad who's decided not to put L plates on his bike. It could be the fact that the
the moped's just been stolen.
And a right again. Watch you gone down the alleyway at the side.
It could be running drugs about.
Clear left.
It could be absolutely anything.
He's gone back again, hasn't he?
He effectively went straight back out onto the road that initially turned off.
There's a nice screw in the 11. An accomplished rider, braking on the bend.
So straight away, you think, is he trying to avoid? Is he trying to lose? Is he trying to see if the police are interested in him?
Enfield Road. This is going to take a funny route.
I didn't really see how old he looked.
Now then, you're right. What sort of driving licence have you got?
Provisional.
Have you? Where's your L plates?
I took them off over there. It snapped off, look. Tough off back, look.
Where is it snapped? That's just screw holes.
Yeah, the screws come through, you know, little cheap screws. That's
Right.
all it was. It just snapped clean off, you know.
Yeah, doesn't look. Why have you not got an L plate on the front either then?
Because I didn't know I needed one.
Yeah, you have to have them front and back.
Yeah, I just didn't know that, that's all.
Right.
If I put them on when I get home, will that be okay?
No.
He is a bit ducky and divey, and he's a bit sort of, but it's all right, yeah, I know I should have my L plates, and he tries to sort of laugh it off.
I was only going to go to Tesco Express, you know.
All right, okay.
Maybe in the vain hope that we'll just say, right, okay, get your L plates and off you go, without realising that we're going to dig a little bit more deeply in this.
All right.
The cops suspect this rider might be playing fast and loose with the truth.
Charles, could I trouble you for a quick driving licence check, please, and a chap I've got stopped? You been in bother before, Frau?
I haven't, no.
Nothing at all?
No.
Coming back, no trace.
Yeah.
So there's certain little alarm bells start to ring. Is he giving true details? You know, is he lying about who he is?
I'd have just done one, you know. Well, I wouldn't have done one, but you get what I mean?
Well, you tried to do one, didn't you, really?
No, not really.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
Do one on that. Have you seen that man Beamer? What is it, 3 litre or something compared to that? No, a chance.
Despite all his protesting of his innocence, you know, he's not going any further on this.
I know you're telling me you've got a provisional licence, but the checks that I've done on 2 different DVLA systems there show that there's no existence of a licence, full stop. Either way, even if you had a provisional...
Can't I just produce it?
Listen, I'm also going to seize your bike under Section 165 of the Road Traffic Act for driving otherwise in accordance with a licence. So I'll give you some paperwork in relation to that as well. All right, mate. Oscar me 68 accent.
When he was there at the roadside speaking to us, he was a little bit hyper, a little bit jumping about all over the place.
Jesus Christ.
It just gives you that little bit of an inkling that perhaps he's had something that he shouldn't have had.
Do you use drugs at all?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I have smoked in it before, but you're not buying.
Have you not? Right.
But I do smoke cannabis.
You smoke cannabis, do you? Okay. Whilst I'm starting to fill my paperwork out, I'm going to give you a drug wipe. Open your mouth. What this does is it analyses your saliva for the presence of either cannabis or cocaine.
I can brush my teeth from now on if you want.
Hey, you do a good job, does he?
He must do.
We give those devices 8 minutes. You know, within about 3 or 4 minutes, that was lighting up like a Christmas tree. 2 big bright red lines to say, I've got cannabis in my system.
Shake your hands out your pockets. That's showing a positive reading there.
Yeah.
For cannabis.
Yeah.
Okay. So at this moment in time, you're also under arrest on suspicion of driving whilst over the prescribed limit of cannabis. You don't have to say anything, but it may harm your
Well, can you
defence
get
if you
done
don't
for it?
mention when questioned something which you later rely on in court.
Can you?
Anything you do say may be given in evidence.
Right, it's coming down this way and sit in the back of the van for us. Yeah.
You're not going to be sat here age, mate, because I suffer from,
You
panic
what?
attacks and that.
Ah, you'll be all right.
Small spaces.
Get myself in the back.
Can you take these off, please?
We'll take them off when I get to the nick. Just sit yourself down.
You put air conditioning on.
In-flight service, be around in a minute.
Well, that was a nice little tickle, wasn't it? As soon as he turned left and then went right again, you knew there was a job in that.
There was something in it somewhere,
You
wasn't
knew there was a job there. Just when I was contemplating chips.
Arriving back in custody a little later, there's some news that doesn't entirely surprise Dan and Pete.
What? Is it?
He's sat in a consultation room, so I've shoved him in a cell now.
It would appear that he's given us false details at the side of the road. The details that he gave us, lo and behold, didn't match any trace of a driving licence.
The police have been able to find out the man's true identity using a high-tech fingerprint scanner.
So if you listen to the officer, he needs to further arrest you for another offence, okay?
Because you're giving us false details, that's obstructing police, so you're further arrested for that offence.
The reason I did it is because the lad who I bought the bike off, it was all in his name, so he said to me, when you go out on it, he says, use it in my name. So what happens now? I go for my blood and then what happens?
Well, the custody sergeant needs to just go through a few bits with you again, because obviously he's taken some details from me initially that were wrong. He was giving Mickey Mouse details, but with his own date of birth. Sadly, I wasn't the mathematician that I should have been. No Carol Vorderman, because he kept telling me he was 19, and his date of birth's 1995, isn't it? It's 21.
A routine bread and butter stop for Noel plates on a moped has ended up with a guy getting locked up into the cells for driving off of the limit in relation to drugs, driving otherwise in accordance with the driving licence, no insurance on his bike, and also for obstructing the police by giving false details. Shake the tree, see what falls out of it. And if at the end of the day we can make a little bit of difference, make the place a little bit safer, then that's the ultimate goal. And little by little, hopefully, we're doing it.
I have been drink driving.
Yeah, we know. The driver who crashed into a parked car pleaded guilty to drink driving and was banned for 2 years.
I'm not a bad person.
The VW driver was found guilty of driving whilst disqualified and dangerous driving.
Stop fighting.
He received a 5-year driving ban and 18 months in prison. His girlfriend received a community resolution for cannabis possession. The driver of the Ford Focus was reported for careless driving and possession of cannabis. The young man on the scooter was fined for drug driving and obstructing a constable and banned from driving for a year.
What's he doing?
The driver who needed the loo so badly pleaded guilty to driving whilst disqualified and driving with no insurance, but is awaiting trial after pleading not guilty to failing to provide at the police station. And the couple with drugs hidden at their home
Good job.
were remanded in custody on drugs charges.
Brings it all together nicely, doesn't it? Makes you feel as though you've done a worthwhile job.